you're a founder and you don't think that your personal brand is important, then I've got news for you. You are wrong. Now, in today's world where there's so much information flying around online, people crave answers from people that they trust and they want a human. They don't want a brand or a website, they want a human. Now, as a founder, you need to become that person to your customers. You need to earn their trust and earn the right to sell to them. So today, I want to talk about what we're doing here at Forecaster to earn our customers' trust here on YouTube. So I'm going to do a deep dive into why we chose to go all in on YouTube and about our current strategy. Now, by the end of the video, you're going to have a full understanding of what a founder-led content strategy looks like for a 9-figure SaaS business. And to get the full picture, you're going to want to be sure to watch until the very end. What's up, everyone? It's your favorite SaaS founder, Logan here from Forecaster. If you're a founder looking to grow your SaaS business, then you are in the right place. Now, today I'm going to be talking all about Forecaster's investment in YouTube and a whole lot more. But before we get into any of that, please do me a huge favor, founder to founder, and hit that subscribe button so that we can keep bringing you content just like this. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so I want to go back in time here. Forecaster got its start way back in 2018 whenever my co-founder Steven and I had this big idea to bring financial modeling online. See, we had been working at this fractional CFO firm and we've been spending our days building these really complex Excel models for founders that needed to raise money. And we would build these really hyper technical, really complex and accurate models for these companies, but no one on their team had the financial acumen to make heads or tails of them. What's more, because these models were so custom, they were expensive. So we charge up to maybe $10,000 for them, and that really sucked for the founders that weren't able to use them. And meanwhile, we noticed that every other business function was being done online in an integrated web app. So accounting was done with QuickBooks, CRMs were done with HubSpot, cap tables were done with Carta, and you get the point. But for whatever reason, financial models were still done in Excel, and we saw that as a really massive opportunity, and we decided to run with it. So fast forward to today, Forecaster works with hundreds of clients and generates millions of dollars in annual revenue. Our website gets thousands of visitors per month. We rank on the first page of Google for financial modeling and CFO services. So things have been going pretty well for us. And what got us here can be summarized really in one word, and that word is education. It all started way back in 2020 when during the pandemic, Steven and I decided that we wanted to give a webinar on financial modeling. Now, neither of us had any clue what we were doing. We'd never given a webinar before. I remember going to Zoom's website and trying to figure out which event type to use. We had very little clout, very little social following at this point, and we were just trying to throw something into the universe and see what would stick. I drafted a LinkedIn post on my 1,000 or so followers, and I started marketing the webinar, and we called it Financial Modeling 101, so you could tell that we definitely weren't marketers, and we still aren't today. Now, when the day of the webinar came, we were both crazy nervous about what was going to happen. Like, would anybody show up? Did anybody care about this type of content? Would we fumble over our words and look like dumbass? Who knows, right? We had no idea what to expect, but honestly, we had nothing to lose at this point. So now when the time came and we started that event, I vividly remember seeing about 50 faces funnel into the Zoom. Now, let me be clear. This would be a small event for Forecaster by today's standards, but back then, this was massive. It was like we struck a gold mine. 50 new leads for a 1-hour event. Now, this event went about as well as it could have, and by the end of it, about 20% of the people that were there ended up signing up to work with us. This was our growth channel. This was how we were going to build Forecaster, and we were absolutely over the moon. And we ran with this. So since then, we've been partnering with major startup organizations doing all kinds of webinars. We average 2 to 4 webinars every single week, and attendees keep growing and growing. But then I read a book that made me question everything. The book was called 10X is Easier Than 2X, and it's by a guy named Dr. Benjamin Hardy. You should check it out, but the basic premise is that in order to double your business, you'll likely need to do more of what you're already doing. But if you want to 10X your business, you're going to need to question everything, deploy totally new strategies, and really think outside of the box. What got you here won't get you there. Now, don't get me wrong. I love giving webinars and I love sharing my startup expertise with the world. And more than that, I just love helping founders. But over time, I started to realize that webinars were far from the most optimal way to deliver our content. Despite Forecaster's success, we were never going to be able to 10X or 100X or 1000X our revenue by simply doing more webinars. There needed to be more to it. Now, meanwhile, I started noticing all of these really successful founders that I really respected who were able to build these massive businesses off the backs of their social following. Their customers were bought into them. They had an interest in the success of the founder and wanted wanted to support them. They simultaneously looked up to these entrepreneurs and went to their channels for guidance and inspiration. The same way that I was inspired by people like Dan Martell, Alex Hermosi, and Benjamin Hardy. So we decided to do the same thing here at Forecaster. If education was going to be our game, what better way to educate the masses than through the largest video sharing platform in the world? This was our way to get the same success that we saw with our webinar, but with an infinite ceiling. And since all of my favorite business channels came from entrepreneurs, not the businesses themselves, I wanted to keep this channel human and make it my channel, not Forecaster. People relate to people, and it's my hope that coming to you as the founder and being my genuine self, I'm not only going to bring education to the world, but help humanize the Forecaster brand. So as of this video, we're still trying to figure out what exactly works for us. In true Forecaster fashion, we are researching relentlessly and we're learning from some of the greats. We're seeing a lot of early traction and we have big plans for this channel. So here's the game plan that we're running with so far. We're posting new long form content every single week, similar to the video that you're watching right now. Now we're focusing really heavily on the quality of our videos. We're only putting out content that we're really proud of. I'd rather have one quality video per year than 100 videos per month. That's how Mr. Beast coaches people: quality over quantity. For these videos, we're going to be focusing on three main themes: how to solve specific business problems, breaking down important business concepts, and professional development and motivation, aka leveling up as founders. Now, I'd put this video in that category. In addition to these longer videos, we want to post 1 to 3 shorts per day, and we're going to be testing a lot here. So subscribe to our channel, let us know how we're doing. In true startup fashion, we're trying to roll with the punches. We want to be nimble and we want to listen to our customers. We want to make this channel something really, really special, something that entrepreneurs come to whenever they're looking for some guidance or perhaps just even a little bit of inspiration. And we can't do that without your help. So here's my ask. Let me know how we can make the best startup channel here on YouTube. Throw your comments below and build this channel with us. And please like the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe even hit the bell if you're feeling super generous. And of course, if you want to learn more about how to grow as a founder, be sure to check out the rest of our videos. I've put my 3 favorite in the description below. You won't want to miss these. Check them out. Until then, keep building. We'll talk soon.